Hey, welcome to my channel. Today, everyone is you pushed out. I want to talk a little bit more about that. Basically, the reason that I want to talk about this today is because Harry did a video about it last week, and he had this comment on his channel and he read it out to me, and it was basically saying this is bullshit, absolute nonsense, you can't change anybody, that's not what the law of attraction is. And it was interesting to read it, and he went back, they had a few comments back and forth, and then he just stopped because the guy was saying try and change my mind, and Harry said, well, I'm not here to change anybody's mind, I'm just here to help people that are already in that frame of mind, that might want to be pushed that little bit further. You have to be open to it. And what he was saying was a complete misunderstanding of what Harry was saying and what everyone is you pushed out is. You see, when we talk about everyone is you pushed out, yes, sometimes we might use a search title like change your specific person, do this, do that. What you're not really changing, you're changing the way that you see them. You're not really changing them as such. You are changing the way you feel about them in order for them to reflect back to you what you are feeling. And that is what we do all of the time. We do it, but we don't know that we're doing it. It's nothing to do, you're not going into their head, messing around with the inner workings of them and playing with their brain and changing them so that they behave the way that you have tricked them into behaving. It's nothing like that at all. If you think that everything comes within us, so everything is you pushed out, not just everyone is you pushed out, so everything that you're seeing at the moment is a reflection of your feelings. And I know that my world at the moment is a reflection of my feelings. I really get that. When I really understood what Neville was saying, it really clicked with me, because I used to think that what he meant was everyone is me. So my husband is me, Harry is me, my mum is me, and he kind of did in a way, but that's not. So I had a misunderstanding of what that was, and it took me a while to think, oh, that's what it means. And then I thought, oh wow, yeah, that is totally what's going on. So you might have an instance, somebody might treat you in a certain way, and it might have just come out of the blue for all you know, and then you build up an assumption of what their character is. Oh, they're like this. So you see them more and more like that. So you get more and more behavior from them that reflects how you're feeling about them. So the way that we change that is we change our inner vibration of them. This is going to be quite a short video, but I want to sort of make it really to the point, and hopefully it really clicks with some people. So if you think about, bring a person to mind now, could be your specific person, could be your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, bring them to mind and feel them within you. So they have a vibration within you, and that vibration will be what you see from them. So if you want to see something different, you just tweak that vibration a little bit, and then you just don't keep looking for them to have changed in that way, because then you're just looking for the outcome and feeling like, well, they're not that. So you don't want that. You want to do it really lightheartedly. So you tweak that vibration inside of you. So if you want your ex, for example, that you want back in your life, and you want them to be a certain way, so at the moment you feel, well, they're quite stubborn, they don't ever reach out, or they don't want anything serious, or they're kind of moving on and all of that, you will have that vibration within you, which is why you're seeing more of that reflected back to you. So if you were to feel, for example, that somebody that you're trying to bring into your life has moved on, and you keep feeling like, what if they've moved on, I think they've moved on, then you will probably have an urge to look at social media or something, and then you will see a picture of them with somebody they're seeing at the moment, or somebody that you don't know. You think, who's that? Oh, are they with that person? Because the thing is, what you're doing is you're almost putting out a desire for that. So you're putting out that vibration, so you're getting nudged in the direction of seeing whatever this is, thinks that you want to see. So your higher self feels that if you're feeling that, that's what you want to see evidence of. So it's giving you evidence of that. So you're seeing evidence of what you're feeling, basically, whether that's the positive or the negative. To whatever this is, it's neither positive or negative, it's what it is, it's what you're feeling, you're seeing. So you're feeling like you're seeing something outside of your intention, but actually you're not. You're seeing something in line with your feelings. So you are, in effect, getting what you want, looking at it like everything is us pushed out. In a nutshell, that's what's going on here. So if you want to see different, you don't have to assume that somebody is different, but you have to sort of decide that I want to see different, so I'm just going to try and feel slightly different. I'm just going to try and create a slightly different version. what I'm seeing now, I want to see something different. So then I will get that reflected back to me. There's no explanation, is there, of how this is, you know, God, it's weird as hell. Of course it is, but it is a fact. And I kind of wanted to jump in and say to this guy, actually, it's a fact because I've done it so many times. But it's not that I'm going in and messing with that person's mind at all. So intentions are really, really simple. So Harry the other day had finished a big job that he was working on, a big video project, and he had a day where he didn't have that much to do. And he thought to himself, he just said, it was a thought, I just thought to myself, I could just do with a really easy job now that I just get paid for, simply just for today because I'm a bit bored. And he just thought I could just do with some work now, easy work. And then 5 minutes later, my husband went into him and said, oh, you don't fancy a job, do you? And just gave him a 3-hour job, which he could just stick his headphones on and do, and he earned himself 75 quid, you know, just like that. And he told me about that, and he was laughing. He said it was literally 5 minutes. And then I told Jeremy, and he said, oh, for God's sake. He said, the weird thing about that is I've been thinking about that, getting that particular thing finished myself, and I never once thought about Harry doing it. He said, it just popped into my mind, oh, Harry might want to do that. Went in and asked him. He said, I don't know where that came from. It was really random. So I always quite like to ask people, when things happen for me, I ask the person involved, what did you feel when you did that or said that to me? I find that really fascinating. So he just said it was really random, and he's not into this. He gets it, but he doesn't work with it or anything like that. He, you know, not at all. So he did smile about that. I said, oh, you manipulated my mind. And I said, no, he didn't. He said to Harry, I said, no, he didn't manipulate your mind. He just put that out. He wasn't trying to manipulate you. He didn't know where that word would come from. He wasn't trying to. He just put it, you know, it was just there. And then he got what he wanted. He got what he intended. So he didn't know how it was going to come. He wasn't focusing it on you, because if he had have done that and he thought, I'm going to try and get some work from a dad, it probably wouldn't have happened, because he would have been waiting for it then. But because it just was a thought and a feeling and a desire, he got it in whichever way was good for him. And it was a dead simple way, because it came from the office next door where my husband was sitting. He did the job, and then obviously we don't keep him waiting for payment. If he does anything for us, bang, he got paid the same day. So happy days. He was chuffed with that. He was chuffed with his little manifestation. That's a bit off the point of everyone is you pushed out, but everything is within us. It really is. And everything we see is a reflection of how we're feeling at that moment. How we are feeling about people is what we get from them. All we need to do is just sort of change that vibration that we have of them. Notice it. Notice what it's like. If we want it to be different, we kind of change it, and that's what we get reflected back. So that's how we change what we experience. That's more what we're doing. We're changing our experience of the world, our experience of people. We are not going in and messing with their mind. You know, I know it seems like we're doing that, but we're not. We're just deciding what we want to experience, and then we're experiencing that. But the thing is, we can have an intention to experience something and want to experience something, but our feelings keep noticing what it is now. So as long as we're feeling and vibrating what it is now, we'll keep seeing that. We can't see anything different until we stop feeling that way, and we start feeling different and feeling, changing that feeling within us, in just the hope that it will change. That's all we need. We don't even need hope. We don't need anything. If we change that if we just kept changing that vibration, we'd eventually start seeing back what we're vibrating, because the vibration then, as far as I can tell, is a frequency, and that's what changes things. So this is today's really quick video, because if I want to get 2 out a week, then I have to be a little bit more on point and concise with things, and just concentrating on certain topics. So everything is a reflection of us and our feelings, everything that we see. And then, so everything that you see, if you have a different feeling about something or a person, you will get a different version back. You will get your version back. So if there can be the same person in both of our lives, and I will feel a certain way about them and how they behave, and I will get that, and you will get something completely different, when somebody describes somebody to me sometimes, and I'm thinking, wow, that's not how I see them at all. So I don't get that version. They get that version because they see them that way. I get a different version because I see them a different way. So I really notice that now, and I notice how this works. So that's how it is for me, and that's my understanding of it, and how it works with me, and how I know that if I change somebody's vibration within me, a feeling of that, so it's feeling is vibration, it's the same thing. If I change that within me, it just feels like a vibration to me, which is why I call it vibration, then I know that at some point they're going to start showing that back to me. And if I was to do it today and then not think about it again for a couple of days, not even even care whether it happened or not. I'd see it really, really quickly. It's all about our feelings about it, not looking for that change, because if we're looking for that change, we're feeling like it isn't there. So that's what we're getting. Anyway, I hope this was useful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to do that. If you haven't subscribed to Harry's channel, I'd love for you to do that. It's linked down below. Also, I just want to say thank you to everybody here that has actually subscribed to Harry's channel and supported him through me sort of publicising him here. I really do appreciate that, and so does he. And also, I write books. I've written 4 books. They're all listed below, and I have a membership area on my website, which also comes with one-to-one coaching support from me, and that's £5 a month.